Let me go make sure chat's working correctly. Look at who showed up. You're muted.
Hello.
There you go. Nice to see you, Ted.
Nice to see you too.
Hope all is well within the FAM area or better. So we appreciate you being here today.
Yeah, everybody's recovering.
Good. Good. Anand showed up, and here's a blessing. He's muted.
Unmuted, sir.
Oh, now you're not. Okay. All right. Charles is here. Mike Baker. Okay. Nathaniel. We have 21 people so far that have joined up, or that are here today. Thank you for the invite, Ted. Looking forward to this from Nathan. Power. Terry, you should have got a link to be a panelist. Did you not get that? If not, I can make you one real quick. Where's Terry? There he is. Let's see. Over here. We'll wait just like about another minute, Ted, and then we'll get going, and you can give a little intro, and we'll start from there.
Okay.
Let's see, where are we? Attendee. I'm searching for Terry. Terry, you should have got the panelist link anyway, but you should be able to unmute right now and say hi. If you're there. Yeah. Okay. You are there. So we got 29 people that are here right now. So whenever there's Mr. Powers. So Ted, whenever you're ready to fire it up, we'll be on your count, sir.
All right. Today we're here to discuss a tool that Anand has built, and I've had a ton of feedback from his beta testers about getting really good results. And it sounds like he's done over 400 tests, and he's prepared to share some information about that and about how this new tool can be accessed, and little detail. Maybe we can get him to show us how it works. What do you think, Anand? Tell us a bit about what you've done here.
Okay, so thank you very much for giving the opportunity, all of you. The thing is, when I started working with Cora, AI came into the picture, and initially I started making it like a chat GPT, custom chat GPT, as a first module of us around 3 months back. And later on, what happened is I thought that chat GPT, custom GPT won't work because of the limitation of so many runs you can do, and also there was limitation of number of characters in your prompt you can have in the background. So that is where I started looking for some other sort of system where we can use OpenAI key directly. And the main challenge that here was how to call the sheet. So what we did in our engine is we made a sheet like a Google Sheet. And once it's a Google Sheet, Google can read it through the APIs. So that is how we solved that problem. And when that problem is solved, another challenge was how to read so much data. So
Ted doesn't
then we
give us
start.
much data. Come on,
only 10,000 row maybe.
Yeah,
So,
I'm stingy with the data.
Yeah, yeah.
so the rows were there. Then I started thinking this why that why not focus on roadmap, because I have been in your webinar and your training also, and I realized like roadmap is the first thing we should do, and then I started thinking that way, and we started grabbing all the sheet data, and we try to filter them up based on the roadmap parameters, and then we have an application today with us where around 70 steps are taken before the content is produced. So there is a whole lot of sheet processing, and there is a lot of data processing, a lot of AI queries, and then everything is combined in a package, and it is delivered through the email that consists of not only the supplement content that comes around 2,500 to 3,500 words, and it is as per the Cora guidelines, and then it also have the FAQs, and it also comes up with some kind of bullet points. I try to make them as much as possible to the context, and also like as per the EEAT guidelines, there should be some kind of authoritativeness in the content. And then we started the era of GPT-4o. So we tuned everything to GPT-4o, and now processing is faster. Around 9 to 10 minutes, we get a content, and and also like we are also, because GPT-4o have certain more accuracy with the schema, so now we are able to produce FAQ schema, and in the near future I'm going to have entity schema, because there is a lot of information for the Wikipedia links etc within the sheets of Cora report. So I'm going to combine them, and because I have been with you for a couple of times for your valuable feedback, so we will only showcase those entities in our entity schema which we are actually using into the content. So this will be not like an entity spam, rather we will just give Google a direction through our schema content that, okay, these are the 50 entities we are using. So that's like the next phase. And also like over the past few months, I think last tuning, Terry, I have done like 20 days back, right? 15-20 days back, I have done a tuning, and I have refined all the chain of prompts. And what do you think, Terry, after that last tuning, do we think the content have improved now in terms of content quality? I mean,
I've seen a
Well,
lot of improvement since you first introduced me to this tool, and not just improvement in the results in the email I get, but results of instituting that, incorporating that into a web page. Because it's not just, it's not just the H tags, it's FAQs, those bullet points, a lot of supplemental content, the title tags, meta tags, stuff like that. And it makes, I see a big difference with improvements and improvements quickly. Sometimes, a couple of days, other times a week or two, but often in a couple of days, I see a property jump up.
yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Terry.
and I was going to say that, quality is a measurement that's very subjective. So, one person's quality is another person's trash because it really depends on what you need. I've made a fortune off of insights I learned from a YouTube video that had 4 views. And so some people might say the video is trash because it had 4 views, but if I can make a fortune off of the information within that video, and again, one person's trash is another person's treasure. So the big thing I'm interested in is how well did it work across your 400 case studies? Because results, I mean, that'll say a lot.
Yeah, and I want to mention one important thing, Tad, about the tool we have created here. Terry and Tad and Patrick, in this tool, what we are doing, we are reading the top three competitors right now. We're reading their content. And based on their average grading of content score, we are trying to match our content in that readability score. That's the first thing we are doing. So suppose if it's some medical equipment website or biotechnology based content, we are giving the content the readability score. It should be around that zone, which is helping the top three to rank. And second thing we are doing, that is, it's not just like an AI prompt. When we scrap the competition, we are also noting what kind of tone they are using, what kind of content uh, type of content is there, if it is like a top 10 university in US, or if it's like about a product. So we given like say like there are at least 20-30 of directions collected from the top search results before it start producing the content as a reference. So that's where it actually helps. And Tad, we had some case study like one of our user, let me see if he is here. Okay, he's not here, maybe the time zone issue. But the thing is, one of the user had more than 45 tests, one user. And I let him test more and more because we were wanting to benchmark if we can concurrently run multiple queries at the same time. So at a level, I started asking user just put one report at a time. Then we ask user to put 10 reports, 5 reports at a time, and the system processed every one of a report all the same time. So right now, if we give the tool 5 report sheet IDs, it processes them all in 10 minutes concurrently. And second thing we got is, because a TAD initially people were using it for one page, and one page optimization doesn't share so much of information. So when one of our user was testing 40-45 times, even Terry had good amount of tests done, and another user was 40-45 tests. I see like when a network of pages within a website is optimized, I see that user who was having 40-45 pages optimized, out of that maybe 15-20 for a particular website, that surprisingly 93 spot up and website number one. This has been noted, and that tester have sent us the screenshot, which we are also going to present today. He have shared us 2-3 screenshots of the results. So what I see like, and another good thing, Ted, is when I started working for the store, my goal was focused on the main keyword, but at the same time, I was very much sure it would include so many network of LSI terms, entities, long tail keywords, and all like that. And that's happening because when we optimize it for a lot of LSIs, a lot of entities in the supplement area, then what happens is it covers up a set of new bunch of keywords ranking for the same page, which is actually good because some kind of topical authority we can get when we have such kind of rich content. And when I was making the content app, that main focus of me was the content should be in the language, in the tone, in the writing style or the pattern, what is ranking in top three. That was my main measurement because what is happening, like the recent past Google updates, one click article generator somewhere have failed. The main reason is they have a fixed algorithm, And we are not having that case here because we read the competition, how they write. We learn from them what is ranking in top 3, and then only we start writing our content once we have that research data with us. So I have seen, like, when you optimize a couple of more pages on the same website, it actually gives the network authority to the overall ranking for the other pages. So it is happening. I mean, when I see that 40 test case study. Yeah.
Well, let's see some results.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get to it.
Yeah. Okay, so shall I start sharing the screen?
That would be a good start.
Okay, one sec, let me see. Okay, here we go. You see my screen?
Yes, we do. Awesome.
Okay. So do you also see that bar, or it's just for me for the Zoom?
No, just scroll down. Let's go.
Okay. Okay. So this is our presentation started now. And this is a bit about me, like maybe Patrick can say this part.
Yeah, we've already kind of gone over that at the beginning, so we can just kind of roll on.
Okay. So here we are talking about why another AI tool, because there are so many AI tools and I don't want to be one another AI tool. So my focus was basically, primary goal was to make a new word, making Koraing easy. So that we invented this word that we make Koraing easy. So that was there. Then, yeah.
I was surprised by how many of your beta testers referred to it as an easy button. So that took me back a moment, because that's not something
that you normally hear, right?
well, you hear it all the time, but you don't hear it from, like, beta testers. You know, it was definitely something that woke me up.
Yeah, you hear it as a promise on a sales page, but you don't often hear it from users. And this saves you a lot of time. If you use Cora already, you know, if you do the stuff on those first couple phases or whatever of the roadmap, you're going to see improvement. But you also know doing those takes time. Takes a lot less time when you can just send a G Sheet off and get back an email in a few minutes and have it all done for you, and just need to implement it.
So in our tool, we are giving a weight on Cora keywords and terms, specifically roadmap and LSI and entities. And TAD, we are covering phase 1 to phase 11, whatever is related to the content side. So we are reading those phases there. So the thing is making roadmap easy. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, so here we are. I think on 8th of March 2024, we started our Kora AI test group for the first time. And since then, we had like 3 month plus time, and 430 plus tests have been done so far. And initially, we had Kora 7.2 version, and later, thanks to Clint for his request, and we made the Kora 7.5 app in the same way. So we have two different apps. One is for 7.2, one is for 7.5. And in the near future, we will look forward for the new version. So we will have that when it's with us. And so what we have done right now, we create supplement content for website using our toolkit, and it produced like 2,500 to 3,500 words of content. It create FAQ, it create FAQ schema, and it create SEO optimized bullet points. And third, while working with you, I realized that diversity is the key. So what we are doing here is we are not working here for over optimized page. Rather, we are looking here for a diverse set of entities in a proper silo-based content structure. So that is what we are doing here. And then about the cost part, when you run one report 7.2 or 7.5, the cost of the OpenAI is around 0.7 to $1.3 per run. That's the OpenAI cost.
And with your tool, everybody provides their own OpenAI key, covers their own costs. That's all segmented,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. So let's move to the next slide. Okay, so this is one of a case study in French website. Initially, I started making it for English because I understand that, but later I realized OpenAI have so many things, and because we were in testing phase, so we have French, we have German, we have many testers from various languages, and they all have tested. So this is one of a French website, and whatever the results you are seeing here in these slides, they are all within the 7 to 10 days, which is a normal time for the rank changes to happen. So these all rank records are between 7 to 10 days of the rank changes. This was a French website, moved 7 spot up, 1. So this is how they did it. Then we have a lawyer website in French, and this is how it went. So some significant improvement have been noted there. Then we have a Canada-based lawyer, and they have these results here. The next thing we talk about a Canada-based travel site, and within the 7 days, these are the first run. And I personally think that whenever results like this comes, like 26 up and 7th now, if the user give it like a 1 month or something to settle the ranks with the current content and then run another Cora report and the same tool, maybe he can just move further to the upside on the ranks. And this is about a furniture website from US. So this is their data. Then we have a construction company, and it's in Canada-based construction company. We have a garage door. They were ranking like very behind, and it's 35. In this kind of case, as I said, another Cora report after a couple of weeks can be helpful in this case. Then we have a mortgage broker from, I think, UK, and it's their rank changes. And these are navigational keyword with around 390 searches. We have a window cleaning from US, and they have good improvement for their transactional query for their local, I think. Then this is another case study shared by someone, one of our tester, and this is how they moved, and further it can be improved, I believe, with another Cora report in a couple of weeks. So here we are. This is the tester Tad who had done 40 plus a test, and this is how they did it. So these are transactional keyword, I think T for transactional, because the screenshot is from their rank tracker, not ours. And T for transaction, commercial, and navigational and informational. So it was 95 and now second after the supplement content was added. And the tester was very active. So he had done this. And this is the same tester, 40 plus test, and he made this possible on transactional keywords. This kind of ranks are there. Now, this is our Terry. So this is what he thinks about. So these are the testimonial slides now. So Terry had these words in the group, and we have one from Michael, and this is what he thinks. And then we have one of our tester, active tester, Marco, and he is a non-English speaker, I think from Netherlands, and Dutch is the language he had tested with these results. This is one of our other user posted in our group, Jonathan, and this is his testimonial. Then this is one of our another user, Kendrick, in our groups. So this is what he have posted for our tool. Dan have been joined us around in our test group around maybe a couple of weeks back, and this is what he shared about our tool in his experience. So this is a testimonial which I received through email from one of our testers. He said it made it easier to get a pre-draft AI content that can improve upon. 10 minutes per report, decent enough AI content, improvement in terms of organic ranking, position 2 up to 93 up. So this is the feedback. They got position 2 up to 93 position up. So this is the next feedback. Cora suggestion is a game changer and saves a tremendous amount of time. Highly competitive keywords. So this is what they mentioned in their review. This is another interesting case study. I got this review from on email and tagged. The website was stuck 10 to 11 year, no rank changes. No rank changes for 10 to 11 years. And when they added the supplement content, the spike started. So this is interesting because the customer had done maybe some other things and the rank was just stuck there. So this is why we mentioned it here. And this is one of our another user, and she started testing it, and this is her feedback. Okay, so now we are into a detailing process of how we are doing it. So I would say when we use a tool like what we have developed, we will say there are 3 steps. The first step is creating the content. So creating the content, you just have to provide now the sheet ID and your brand name, your email ID, and GPT OpenAI key. So once you provided that, that's the only thing we asked. Our app reads all the Cora report data and creates the content. You get the content on email. I had a request from Terry, and I will be working on that to create automatic accordions. But Terry, the thing is like, I want user to proofread everything, and they can utilize easy to use website like wordhtml.com for our HTML code to be copied there. Just editing slightly before you publish. So that is there, but we can soon have a separate tool where you just copy it and it converts it to the accordions. So you just copy paste. Another challenge that here was some of the user using different CSS patterns. Some of the CSS can clash. And another thing is some of the users are using WordPress, some are using Squarespace, some are using Wix. So putting like a standard accordion code may be disturbing the site design. So that's another point. But we will soon have a generic accordion thing there. And the third step we say is publish in accordion, because through the test, Ted, as you said earlier a couple of times in our meetings, that the SEO content can be anywhere, even in the footer. It can be even within the accordions. And after these 430 plus tests, it confirms it works the same way as you said, because accordion have the same power. And I think Google is reading the whole page. So as you said, we suggest all the users that they keep their main website as it is and just put up this content in an accordion on the footer of the page. And that way they also SEO optimize and keep the same design of their website as it is for their conversions. So this is how it is suggested.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about it, but your beta program is kind of a large scale SEO test of you can rank a page from anywhere. And that's an amazing confirmation.
Yeah, thank you. So supplement content for the web page. So we have 3 type of content right now when our app works. First is it produce you 2,500 to 3,000 words of additional content, which you can use in accordion or you can use as a text block, up to you. Then there is a FAQ, and then there is a FAQ schema. So all the 3 objects are provided onto the email to the user. That's how we have 3 different type of content when we run the app. So now we are into phase that why we use Kora for website and GBP SEO. This is what I personally think. It can be for the better search rank. It can be for the better map ranks. It can be for up-to-date SEO tactics. Because whenever we run a Cora report, it always comes up with the latest sub results and their analysis and correlations. And that's why I say up-to-date SEO tactics. Semantic SEO with Cora, we are into phase TED now that I will be working the next on topical map around the entities from the Cora report, and maybe we can produce 10 additional content for creating the topical authority like a blog post, and then user may be using that as well. So it would not only create the main content, but maybe 10 more content pieces, a variety of different entities covered in a variety of interlinking posts that can be further increasing the SEO score. So now, yeah.
I would imagine, in the future, just thinking about what you've built, a lot of people might want to have a press release written, announcing the content. And I'd imagine that people might want like social media posts to promote the content. And
Wow.
there's probably another ways where you can add, additional multipliers on everything that it's doing. So yeah, this is amazing.
And I confirm you here that we would have press release, social media, and the topical blog posts, all three of them. And thank you for these two suggestions. That's what happens when we discuss, the ideas comes, and I never thought about press release and as social media, but if we have 10 social media posts and one or two copies of press release, and maybe it's just a amazing idea, then they can use their press release submission service and they can spread it out, and it can directly have the impact on their sub ranks. So yes, we will have that soon, Ted, within our systems. Yeah. So I say in the fifth point, Cora is what works now, because the Google may change. Google may rank another website after a couple of months after the major update. The sub can change, the ranks can change. But the good thing is, whenever we run a Cora report, it grabs the latest of what is working right now in the search engines. So I say Cora equals to what works now. And the sixth point is white hat SEO, because I tell you, Ted, when I started my SEO journey around 18 years back, it was like backlink based, and you just have those, like PBNs and those directory submissions and those links. So I had article directories. So that was an old era when I started with that kind of SEO. But over the time, it is more about white hat in terms how you care of your website. So Terry, if you notice the content quality shall be very close to what someone need for their money site. So it's not just like a generic AI content. So that's why we think like when we add up even the supplement content, the quality of content should be the best possible, so that even if the reader reads the supplement content, it still gets some good information and valuable information for him. So now the next slides is about what's coming next, Tad. Right now we have Cora 7.2, Cora 7.5 website toolkit ready. And we also have the GBP toolkit done, and it is internally being tested. And for all the attendees and for any subscriber to our tool till 30th June 2024, we will have a special arrangement announced just at the end of the webinar, where I will be announced how we are going to help them who join us today. So this is about Kora GBP. So what Kora GBP toolkit will do, it would create around 8,000 to 10,000 words of Cora optimized content. And what that would have 3 variation of Cora GBP description. 3 variation. Why 3 variation, Tad? Because we want to create 3 unique ways of GBP description so that user can pick one and copy paste. So we want user to have these 3 choices, because in the GBP SEO, as we know, like GBP description matters a lot. So that's why we have 3 choices there. Then our toolkit of the GBP, Terry will create 30 GBP posts, and all the Cora LSI entities, roadmap, and data would be covered. All the subcategories would be covered. So there would be all the call to actions would be covered, particular niche by niche basis. So that would be there. And then what it will do, very amazingly, Ted, I'm not aware of any tool that is doing right now that. We have already made it. It is our internal testing right now. So very soon, maybe the first week of July, it would be available for the testers. And I would announce further about what are details about that plan. So the thing is, it would do extraordinary stuff. It would read the Cora report. It will grab all the services, because like when we run a Cora GBP report, a few of the services are not related directly to the business, right? Because some additional categories are there which are not related to, because there may be a generic list of categories. So it will filter out those categories which are related to the business. Then it would create 10 services under each of the subcategory. And it will include the LSI, the entities into each suitable ones, not just like random ones, just the suitable ones. Every service. So imagine 9 subcategory created, 10 services in each, 90 service descriptions, which you can update to your GBP.
Well, again, like this is blowing my mind, because now you're one step removed from expanding this tool to having it make service pages, having it make location pages for the service areas. So we should talk afterwards, because I think you're 90% of the way to something that SEO has never seen before.
And
For sure.
Anand, I know you probably noticed, but in several of my tests, I ran the Cora against a blank page. So I would get supplemental content I could use, literally supplemental to the web page I was trying to rank, because it wouldn't take into account that page, but as if it were for a blank page that I could use, that would link then to that main money page. So and Ted, if you run a Cora report and give it to someone who's not seen a Cora report and say, I just want you to do this stuff that says roadmap here, you're going to have to do a lot more explanation than that to get anything done that's going to be valuable. Whereas if you can just give them a report that says this should be your H1 tag, this should be, your title tag, so on and so forth, it's a lot easier to hand that to a VA than a Cora report and say, well, I need you to figure it out and just do the roadmap stuff or something like that. So again, as close to an easy button for a Cora report as you can get currently anyway.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
Ted, I take your feedback as a challenge, how we are going to take the master Cora report of the website, main keyword, and how GBP sheet can be combined for the services, and how to have those pages. So maybe tomorrow we have a subset. Terry, imagine we have a subset of 20 HTML files created in our Google Drive, and those are having a folder named services, and that have 9 service pages, and then we have a folder named location, and then we have things to do or those kind of local content. So I will go that deep, and it would be so interesting to research out in this dimension, Ted. Thank you for the feedback. So into the GBP Kora content, what it's also doing is utilizing one important thing. In our last meeting, we had a discussion where you raise a point that the questions which we have should not be based on AI. It should be based on what user may be thinking about. So we are creating 30 to 40 GBP questions, those questions which user may be having in their mind, and we are creating their answers. So this entire set of content, including the GBP profile description, 30 GBP post, and GBP services and GBP FAQs, the total content is around 8,000 to 10,000 words. And another thing that I'm working right now is creating HD quality real images. So maybe at a level, we can reach a level where we can have 30 posts, but we can also have 30 unique images in our folder for the GPP post. And I will also, so I'm working on that right now.
Another possibility here, and we've seen people already start to stitch things together. If you're doing the social media posts, you could probably also daisy chain different AI tools into making, short TikTok videos or YouTube videos of those same posts.
Of course.
This could actually be a way to fork Cora into multi-channel marketing. And so it's kind of blowing my mind at the moment.
We'll reach that level, Tad. Anyway, so what's our special offer for the webinar today? All the attendees who attend this webinar will be given free Kora GBP content beta test access. So once this ready, first week of July, hopefully, for both versions, 7.2 and 7.5, we will have that available to all the attendees to the webinar. And whoever joined the tool till 30th June 2024, we would be giving a completely no cost GBP Kora content toolkit to the same users who join us by the 30th June. This is planned. So later we can sell it like a separate toolkit, like a GBP Kora content toolkit. But right now, whoever sign up till 30 June, we will have the Kora GBP content inclusive for them. So this is that. And what is our future roadmap? Of course, I got some points from you that I will be adding in my to-do list and my roadmap list. But right now, this is the roadmap which I thought before the webinar started. We will be having a topical map creation, including the supplement content. We are planning to have HD images using AI. We may be having certain level where we have the images for the pages which are optimized, and Kora GBP SEO content. So as we speak, that is coming very soon. And we will also have the secondary content. I'm not sure it's the correct word for that, but in my context, secondary content is the content for the PBNs. You can use that to get a backlink to the page which you are optimizing. So it can produce like 8, 10 extra piece of content. And those content you can publish on Web 2.0, your own blogger, your own Google site, your own, you can use it anywhere. Some people have PBNs, they can use it there. And I would include the press release and social media content also within this list as we speak today in our roadmap. So that's all for now. About this, if Patrick, you think we should have some questions or? or we should move on?
No, let's
That's
answer.
the decision.
If there's any questions at this point, answer all questions. And if we're all good, then roll on into the next section.
Yeah,
Okay,
there
good.
was an important question from Charles. He asked, did the case studies involve link building, backlinks, or was it just the on-page only?
But we didn't do any link building on our side. So it
I
was
didn't
just
do any link building on mine. It was just to test to see what
right.
this supplemental content would do.
Yeah, it's kind of a tricky question because they were live sites for real keywords. So obviously they had some going on, and some had more than others.
Right. Yeah, we just wanted to stay empirically with the content that was being created by the tool and keep it just within its own box.
Let's see, what else do we have here in the chat?
Any difference between using 7.2 or 7.5 reports? The last one down.
7.6 will be out soon, and 7.6 is going to be very close to the format of 7.5. So I'll work with you, Anand, on making sure that that's seamless. I'll get you some early examples.
Sure.
Fitz is asking, so you must first have your content, then submit to Cora, or can you start with only a heading?
Yeah, you could run a Cora report for what a blank page needs to do to rank. You would basically force a URL to a blank page. And then the Cora report would have a roadmap for what a blank page would need to do to rank. Then if you ran it through an Anand system, you would get content that a blank page would need to rank for that. I mean, yeah, you could totally speculate on keywords.
Yeah, if you're not used to core reports, you need a URL, a web page that you want to run it for, a keyword, and if it matters, a geo. If you're in a specific, if you want to do something very local, or a particular country, if you're not in your native country doing it, but and just run it, and it'll give you lots of good information that you could implement yourself without this tool, but it would take you a while to do it, much more than the 10 minutes to send it in and get an email back and have it printed out for you in your email.
Yeah, for those that may have come in late, we'll make sure we get a copy of this out to you relatively quickly when we're done with the webinar today. So what's next, Anand?
Okay, 1 second.
You want to go through a little bit of information, or do you want to show there you go. That's what everybody wants to see right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a certain plans here. One is the monthly do it yourself. It's like all the pricing here, we have a 30% discount for the webinar attendees. So if we go for a monthly, it would be like 136 something per month for the tool. And then we have a hybrid where also there is a 30% discount. We have a yearly deal where also the 30% discount applicable for the webinar users. And I have also mentioned the order link, and whoever order right now, just permit me a couple of minutes or hours time to set up a little bit things, and everything is ready. Just I need some time to deliver you the details of how to use it. And all of our content here is generated through GPT-4o. So everything is there. And now we have one more tool for any heavy users who want to have a kind of a system where the AI cost is inclusive. So we are having this for a very limited period of time. If you are a heavy user, you have hundreds of reports, this is for you. So here there is no AI cost, and webinar user still get the 30% on this price. How long we would be able to offer? Maybe a couple of months for sure, but we need to see how it goes. So the unlimited GPT-4o is inclusive for that particular plan. Then we have some done for you services. So I don't have that screenshot here right now.
I
but,
bought 70 of them. I thought it's all free.
no, when you click on the order, then on the next slide, you have those drop down for whatever the packages we have. So GBP content, as I said, we have it already with us in our internal runs. So we still offer as a DFY. Very soon within the July 1st week, we will have it for the testing. And all the subscriber who subscribe for any of our plans for do it yourself, monthly, hybrid, yearly, or the unlimited GPT-4o, all these 4 plan users will get the free access to the GPT Kora GBP content tool. And
Drop the link in the chat because they're trying to copy it. It's not working.
okay, just 1 second. Let me
Thank
just do
you.
it.
Thank you.
And Anand, which of these do you need your own open API key for?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
do it yourself ones?
Let me share you 1 sec. And one more thing, the link for the order I have already shared in the chat now. And another thing is you should not use the direct link to the billing. You should use the PXL2 because when you use the PXL2, the coupon code is automatically applied. So that is the benefit. So the link which I shared is the better one. And I tell you, monthly, it's bring your own key. Hybrid, it's with one-time fee, 30% discount, and then a small monthly fee for maintenance. It is also bring your own key. Yearly, it's also bring your own key. The effective price comes around below 100, I think, after the discounts are applied for the webinar. And the unlimited GBP, after the discount, it comes like maybe 500, 600, but it doesn't need any OpenAI key. It inclusive. And if someone like 100, 200 reports to be run in a month, then this can be the plan. Because if you run like one Cora report, take it on an average $1. So if you think like you have many of them, then you can go with this. So there can be user like I have seen Terry, a user having 40 tests simultaneously running every day. So this kind of user can have benefit from this particular plan where there is no AI cost. And for the website DFY and GBP DFY, that is AI inclusive. When you go to the pxl.to/Cora AI tools, Cora-AI-tools, you will see the drop down, and discount is always auto apply when you use the link I gave. So if you have, and another thing is in the DFY plan, you just give us the URL and main keyword. Our team will be creating the Cora report also for you. And if you have a WordPress website, we can also offer updating your content using accordions. So everything can be done for you in the DFI plans. And if we go for GBP DFI, we need the GBP access. If you give us the GBP access, our team can also upload all the 10,000 words into your GBP and schedule the post and do that hard stuff, create 30, 40 SEO optimize, metadata optimize images. So there is everything done. So done for you is like everything is done there.
Now you're having a couple people that the pixel discount's not working for. You see, look in the chat.
Yeah.
Let me just see.
I'm sure Anand will get that fixed.
He'll fix it.
after the
He'll fix it.
Yeah, so let me just go there and let's just go with this one. It's actually our existing billing system for the WHMCS. So if you see this 30% discount, then on checkout, it will be auto applied and 139 is your price.
Try the monthly 800.
Yeah, let me see. So we are here and we go to this one. there can be a little fraction of the price because our billing works in INR, so the conversion can have a little slight different, $1 or $2 less up or something like that. So we go to the checkout, 30% discount is here, and we see 556. So the discount is done on the checkout page and invoice would be generated accordingly. We accept the PayPal and the credit card, both payment options. And let's see about those two other packages, because that will help people.
Charles says
If they
he
have a
sees
work-
it. Okay.
Okay.
Bernard is asking about, I don't see any other questions about pricing. Can you explain what website content DFY plan and GP
Okay.
content DFY is?
Sure. So if we go to this plan, website supplement content DFY, then we go there. So this is like 5 pages, Cora optimized content. The report are done by us. Content is done by our API keys and updated on your website if you have WordPress access given to us. And this is like 198, but there would be 30% discount on this. So that's the price. We have a little lower price for the monthly, because some user can have like, I want to add 10 pages every month or something like that. So for them, we reduce the price on a monthly basis plan. And if we go like 10 posts monthly, and then we go to the continue button, then we see the final price comes up is like, let me just see. Checkout. So the price is coming like 174 for 10 pages. So it's like $17 that include your Cora report generation by our team, because it takes like a couple of minutes, 10-15 minutes, depending on your CPU, but we have a very high-end CPU. So DFI can be done by our team. Cora report is done by our team, and everything like that. The same way, when we go to the GBP Cora done for you GBP plan, it's the same thing. We do the Cora report run, and if the user provides us the access to the GBP, like a manager access, we can also update their GBP content there to the appropriate boxes. So it's like 198 for 1 GBP, inclusive AI, Cora report, and updating the GBP if necessary. I know the prices are like little bit less, but we are just willing for more practice for our tax, and more of the testings and more the runs we do is more the improvement we can do to our tools. So
Eric's got a
It's-
question on more of the hybrid, if you can describe that, please.
okay, sure. Let me see. Can you elaborate hybrid? Okay, let us go to the hybrid plan. So here we have the hybrid plan. When we go there, I would remove the other one. So here your effective price is like 752. I need to check the discount there, but what is expected is like you should be having 79 minus 30% your renewal rate, and your one-time fee should be like 996 minus 30%. So that's how we calculate that for the hybrid plan. So maybe for the setup fee, it's like around $600, and then you have $79, and 30% we can also apply to this monthly as I speak for the webinar user, and all the discount are till the 30th June. After that, discount will over, because we are just offering these initial price to just have some user on board, because last 4 months Ted, I have been dedicatedly working, so I just want to do a launch, and over the period of time we are coming with more features, so hopefully it would help everybody. And let me just go back to the slides.
Oh, he was asking more about the $9.99 setup fee, some that you had set up somewhere.
Setup fee is like the one-time setup fee. Take it like one-time fee. So it is our billing that have that setup fee, because it's a hosting-based billing system. So the setup fee is one-time fee. So 996 is one-time fee, and 79 is monthly. That's how it is. Because if user invests some money with the hybrid plan, then some upfront can be there, but the renewal is less. On the other side, the monthly plan is like 139 after the discount on a recurring basis. So they can decide either of that. And yearly, it goes like around 90 if you go for a yearly plan. And this plan, as I said, because GPT-4 have like $1 per run, but there can be some user who need 500,000 content to be created. If there is, then that is the plan for them. And DFY is for the agencies who want to expand and don't want to invest more time on this, and then we can have it done from our side.
Henry's asking, just to confirm, we need to have the full Cora and not Cora Lite for this to work.
Right now, we support Cora full 7.5 and 7.6, but Cora 7.2, Cora Lite, of course, if you subscribe, maybe you can subscribe later, but within maybe like 7-10 days, I can have the Lite version also created. So should not be an issue because we created the main ones. So the Lite ones should not be a big issue for us. So we can go with that way.
Yeah, there's a lot less data in the Lite version.
Yeah. So we can surely have in near future the Lite version with us.
Cool.
And I want to also mention, we are having a store.webg.services. There we offer all these Cora plans and also our done for you services for local SEO, national SEO, social media, local mass page, everything we have white label there. The thing is, the store is having some certain kind of development going on by the developer side, and the coupon code was not working. That's why I had to push it to our billing system, the existing billing system. Otherwise, if we go to our main website, which we created for this, it looks like this. It's very easy to navigate and very easy to navigate and order, but I'm waiting for them to fix the discount code issue with them, and then the store.webg.services should be our future portal from where we have all these things. And there also we have these store.webg. Yeah, so if we see this store, it's very nicely done, very easy to navigate. We had it completed, but somehow the developer of this SaaS cart system, he has certain issue with the discount code right now, and we had our meeting today. But if you see, this even elaborate everything very properly. So all is there. And then if we go back, everything is very, very cleanly provided here. And even there, like just 1 second. Yeah, our billing system once work, this billing system, Ted, we can have 199 per week inclusive AI cost. Then it would be very helpful. So if you have a busy week, you have a user have 200 reports ready, 300 reports ready, 400 reports ready, can buy this for 1 week, run all the content, no AI cost. So this is actually weekly plan we decided for the AI inclusive, but the store is facing some discount issue. So I have to go with the billing system right now because the webinar was scheduled for today. And we have the categories here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that exists because we find that a lot of people will have, need this month, but then they won't need it for 2 months. Then they'll need it again for a month. That's a common thing. So it's great that that plan exists.
Yeah, and I believe within a day or two, this issue will be fixed and then discount code should be working. And our discount code is welcome 30 off. So once the discount code working here, every plan would have store.webg.services, welcome 30 off working, and then people can subscribe with the very easy to understand this system. Like we just go with this one, say like Kora AI Toolkit DFY V1. Okay. So if we go here in this store, which I designed for the webinar, and discount code no working, so we are not using it today. You see very clearly the packages are defined. So the store is really very nice. In the future, we will use only this store for all of our services and toolkits. and it is very easy to understand. This interface is very easy. So actually this is our master portal. Store.vergy.services should be operating maybe in a 1 or 2 day once they fix their bug in the system with the coupon code. And let me go back to the slides.
Got a couple questions in the chat there.
Yeah.
Henry and Fitz have a question if you want to answer them quickly.
Yeah, Henry, just to confirm, we need to have a full Kora and Lite for this work. We need a Kora full version right now, but in near future, I am going to work on Kora Lite first, and I should be having this ready by the first week of July, hopefully, or before that. And all the subscriber, whoever subscribed to our toolkit today, or even in future, they will have access to the Kora Lite also. So we will have one plan for Kora Lite, Kora 7.2, Kora 7.5, and even near future Kora 7.6 also, Ted, we will like to cover in the same. So they don't have to buy another thing for 7.6. That's my plan. Yeah. Then we have Fitz asking, can you please explain how the DIF work with GBP? Is it free for as long as you subscribe? No, GBP, we are charging like 199. When you have 30% discount, it costs you 139 USD. You get 8 to 10,000 words of content. If you want to proofread, we can share you the file. Once you proofread and you give us a manager access to our white label ID, then our team can update all the content, schedule your post and everything for you. So that's a totally different plan. Will the GBP content included as a feature, or is it going to be separate thing? Any subscriber today, if subscribe to our tool till 30th June, will be having free access for the GBP content toolkit. But after that, 1st July, we may be having separately sold the GBP content tool. But for now, it would be inclusive. And all the webinar attendees, even if they don't subscribe for the tool today, they will also have a beta access provided to the Kora GBP content. And we, especially Terry, we have a separate group for Kora AI test group. That is where we are going to share, with our people in the testing community. So like we did last test, we will do the GBP test also together there. And then Fitz asking, what is the difference between the monthly and weekly subscription? Weekly subscription was decided and should be up and running once the discount code is working on store.webg.services. But for now, monthly is the option if you are looking for unlimited AI inclusive plan. So for time being, we need to wait for discount code to work. Then I can update. You can leave me, you can connect with me on my Skype ID. It is on store. I can share my Skype ID. Just 1 second. So this is my Skype ID. You can connect with me there. Once the discount code working, I can update you for the weekly plan, or you can email to my email ID. So either way, I can keep you posted. Once the discount code works, then you can opt for the weekly AI inclusive plan. If Kora Lite is, Clint is asking, if Kora Lite is getting added, will there be a Kora Lite update coming since it's not been updated over a year? I think it's a Ted question.
Yeah, Ted answered it already. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Not soon. 7.6 is the priority, but after that, it can come on the front burner.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the other things we could do, Ted, since we have all of this great content, and Terry, you can kind of, roll in on this as well. You've got everybody that's been working within the test group, as people become members of and getting the current plan. I think it would be awesome if we roll everybody into that group as an idea. We can think about it because they've been using it. They can add their insight to it as well as Anand. What do you think about that, Ted?
Yeah, I'm open. That sounds pretty cool.
Okay. So why don't you go get your Skype ID, and then whoever picks this up, you can send them the ID, Anand, and then they can join that test room. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just sharing the test group link in the chat box now. Join our test group at here. So I have shared the Skype group. if any of our attendees are not member of the group, can join it right now.
All right, cool. And even if you don't listen, I think it's with what we do in our Skype groups, even if you don't have the tool, being in there and asking questions after being on the webinar might be okay until we close the offer down on the 30th. And then, if you don't have the tool by then we can just remove everybody, but at least you can get your questions answered, and, other people can refer what their experiences have been too.
Yeah, so I invite every attendee for the webinar and the people, whoever friends watch the replay. If you join our Skype test room, you can ask us anything and I would try my best to answer every one of your questions. Doesn't matter you subscribe today or tomorrow or subscribe later, but please feel free to share your feedback, what you're missing there, and giving us idea, and I will try my best to answer everybody, and whatever the feedback comes, I will try to implement that as soon as possible.
Awesome. All right.
Amazing work.
And final note from my side, thanks to you, Ted from Cora, Patrick from the Ranking Store, Gary from the Ranking Store, and my dear friend Terry. Thank you very much.
Nice presentation, and it's great software if anybody's interested in finding the easy button for ranking their pages a little higher.
All right. Thank you, Ted. Appreciate it. And best wishes to you and the family. And Terry, man, you're looking good. You're seeing good, bud. Looking awesome. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm going to save the chat for you, Anand, so that you can have the chat.
Yeah.
And you can actually do it yourself over on the right-hand side of the chat next to the smiley face or 3 buttons.
Yeah, I got it. I got it with me. Yeah.
And you can save the chat there, okay?
I got it. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.